Okay, welcome back to the Adventures of Pearl Shelter. I think next step we could try to go inside Arkham Manors. So there are different ways to go inside and try to loot our Chimera Castle's vaults, but the best one is probably using a secret passage. You can also use a grappling hook from the dark cupboard, second floor, and reach this place, but I think it's much safer to do it from a secret passage, because there are always some construct here that it's better to avoid.
I don't give two pyres for your...
If this is what passes for...
If you've come to see Arkham, you're too late.
Tomorrow and I wanted...
The wizard got his hands
And
on
this is a
in the middle of my...
The Harapo epic belongs to Spellcaster. He and his apprentice run the dark cupboard.
I believe that
so it's better
I believe
to
that
talk
he...
with the ladies here first.
Arkham could be...
Akira.
Posturing about culture.
You
There are
retrieve
things,
this
but
object.
Akira, I don't deny. Alchemy left this...
At least I offered to pay.
I might as well adjourn to...
What a load of... You island...
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel.
I suppose I can spare him. I heard tell of it. Word has now his soul
Choose
is
the
bound to the
Arapo
fortune-telling
epic
machine in the dark cupboard. I help
tablet.
finance. Not very romantic from behind it. It's a handsome piece of... I won't dispute that point. I suppose it's no... We're looking... Stands to reason that Arkamirism. He relies... When you've lived as long as Arkhamir, I suppose. Fine by me. I'm looking forward... When it comes to fun... The Ranganui seeks to saddle the weather and all of her pretenses of... Like the rest of the Huana, as you say.
So it doesn't we can level up. Doesn't really matter, I think, much if you try to help one or the other. If you find this tablet and give it to one of them. I usually choose the one, but doesn't matter much. In any way, it's better to start the quest before trying to loot the Arkham Manor. And well, we are here, so we can just
As you like.
explore this part of the map. That's a nice cat here.
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain.
And that's it.
What you want? Sprout wings like him. Doors are for ground meat. But Arkhamir
I
not
love
home.
Imps.
So worthless idiot watches the ships come in.
And we can
How
get
often
one
you
of them.
beat your crew, huh? I joined.
So basically everybody is telling you, oh, you have an imp. And they don't like it, but in reality it is pretty nice to have one, especially if you don't have other navigators in your ship. We already have a good one, which will probably carry us until we find a better one. But if you don't have for instance one because you forgot to recruit Little Leuka or Skilla 5 glass after, you can use Worthless Idiot as navigator. It's better than nothing, and also he's one that can increase level, because when you have a member of your crew which is having just one skill, you can increase that single skill much higher higher. So for things like navigator, it is a good thing. But in our case, we already have her, so we can still use her until we found a much better one. And as we're here, we can also put some things. It is a little annoying about the hard tack or the some different kind. The water, you want them to be the last thing you try to use, but it's faster if you put them down and then put the rest of foods and things you may want to use, I think. And when you're done, you then put the last one like this, as you have to move things up and down. So something like this. But anyway, took things here.
I shall make it so.
Oh, there's also another thing. In theory, we can go inside and explore a little and loot a little. We can even go down the inside the level here and try to loot something. You may want to do this
As you like.
because there's a certain point when you receive a quest that you cannot enter and then go out without doing that quest. As
I want to throw the first
if you're doing the ultimate, there's you cannot go out as Barrett will kill you, and that is something that happened recently to Raven, I think. Forgot this thing went out and has been killed by Barrett. So if you want to loot the dungeon, it is better to do is before starting that quest, which you get when talking with the queen and Onikaza queen to help investigate about the guild here, the water shopper guild. So now would be a good time, but we can do any time if you're doing the ultimate, but before getting that quest. So okay, let's go this way. We already started the quest. I think we can go inside. So, best way to reach the manor is using a secret passage here.
Tag along. The Deadfire is awfully big for
So
this
this
little
is where
one.
the bathhouse attendants are taking care of the big goldens, providing the liquid Edra to give those nice effects. But there's this secret passage here, this secret crack in the wall that you can use to squeeze and reach. This part of the alchemy manor separated by this wall, and
As you
you
like.
have to find a way to break this wall or open this wall. So we have eye perception, found the alarm system. We can try to disable it. We have high mechanics, so we can easily do it. And then you can choose to try and push through the wall or use your chisel if you have one. And I don't remember exactly how much strength you need, but I think 15 or 16 strength. So if you don't have it, better to spend a chisel. I think I have 13 strength. Yeah. Oh, you cannot see. Not sure about it. If using the wild challenge, you can see from inside the dialogue this way the stats of the character. But anyway, you should know more or less your stats. So this is probably the best option, no risks. But important thing is to sneak before going inside, because you could find some guardian patrolling, so and we are inside. So our goal is to try and find a way to open this and
I shall make it.
enter the vault, but not the right time. Better to leave, and we will try to reach. Pay attention, because as you are here, the imp, patrolling imp, is going out, so do not touch the imp. Go up. And we got a hint about Pasina being able to use an old robe of Arkemir. To have the imp think that she's Arkemir. So we will try to do the same thing, and we are trying to find this robe. So we go out. Without doing anything else, and this is where we could be if we use the grappling hook, but honestly I think this way it's a little easier. So we are sneaking, we can see the ironclad construct, and I recommend one thing. In my ultimate run I did a big mistake, because I found a robe, but before putting on the robe I went here to enter back to the manor without sneaking, because the construct was here and it was not able to see me if I was here. Wrong, because the construct can move while you are getting the robe here. So better to always remember to sneak when you come back here, or put the robe on immediately, as you will have to fight with the construct and it may become
Oh,
a
certainly.
little difficult, risky for Villa, and it will make you spend time for no reason, so don't do my mistake. So you can just uh, keep sneaking here if you want,
Sharp
but
eyes and as you like.
remember when you come back that that race level, do something to avoid the construct. So we are here, we can
Silence
hide
surrounds me.
just to be safe, but we can enter freely in the alchemy room, bedroom, and look for things.
It shall open to me. It's done. I shall make it so.
Boots of speed and the nice green leaf. We love this ingredient because this is one of the ingredients
Now
sorry,
here's something.
to make our precious scroll or withdraw, because we will need them
As you like.
sooner or later. And we have Ring of Overseeing, could be nice to have, but usually you have better rings too. And very important, alchemy notes. When we read them, we trigger the quest step and have another hint. About using a gem.
I shall make it so.
Take them.
I can get it to spill its secrets.
Got a
There we
trap.
are.
Found a nice scepter. Black peel. And the most important thing, which is an alchemy old robe that we can use to disguise as alchemy. And better to put it on as soon as possible, so you don't forget about it.
That will do nicely.
So basically we can go out. In theory, I think we are safe now, even with the construct. We can avoid sneaking from now on because we have the robe. So we will be recognized as Archimere if we use the proper dialogue entries. So I will save here just to be sure, but the rule here is if you don't have the robe put on, sneak.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
If you have it on, in theory, you can avoid sneaking. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you can safely walk here without sneaking if you have the robe on, because the construct will recognize you as Archimere. But if you don't, you will be attacked by the construct, and it could be something
As you like.
difficult on the ultimate. So don't do that. And now we should be able to freely explore the place, talk with imps, and get...
What you do here? My pet groundwalk filth. What
So
you do
obviously
here? Why you trouble Yellow Eye 3?
this is the one thing you have to say.
His master? Give passphrase or get chewed to mush.
And we found the passphrase on that note.
Master or not, it's good enough for Yellow Eye 3. Yellow Eye 3 happy. First Yellow Eye Master
Okay,
gave Yellow Eye a number, so he 4, 5. 1 died ask, 2 died steal. Pretty crystal. Protect. Go on. Yellow Eye found lying near vault. What you want is on the lowest level.
We got another hint.
I shall make it so.
Did I get the loot? Let me check again because not sure. No. Okay, now. You can try to steal things from the imps, but basically I think you can have double the things you need to open the vault, but doesn't really matter.
As you like.
But imps are always fun to talk with them and always working for master. There's another one here. Stock. Someday we take master's house.
I shall make it so.
And you can explore the rooms. There's nothing here.
As you like.
Oh, this could be useful. Basically, we have the Delta's helm, and we could use it to try and hit ourselves with electricity damage, and this helm is able to absorb this damage and transform it in damage for your attacks, but you have to find a way to prolong the duration of this thing, so we need to find the proper items to be able to do that. But this build has no way to use its powers, its magic, to damage themselves with electricity. So spells, bombs, and things that can do this kind of damage
I shall make it so.
could be useful, and
Why Master need books? Not even taste good.
better to get them. Oh, found some thief booty also. And then when we loot everything, we can go down again. We are still safe because we have the disguise. We can explore other rooms.
Butler on second floor lounge trying to eat it again. Master will be displeased.
And as usual, in theory you can kill them all if you have patience and so on, but not worth because it takes a lot of time. Probably you will alarm the entire manor. Piss off Arkemir, not worth.
I shall make it so.
And you have some more hints about some thieves introducing in the place. So plenty of loot here. This is one of the best places in Neketaka to get a lot of precious loot.
As you like. It shall open to me. Finished.
Kitchen Imp's got it best. Promotion can't come soon enough.
More goodness, more ingredients for our scrolls. Imps, the real power in Deadfire. You can go this way, but I think for now there's nothing useful here. That this strange pool, but for now we don't do anything with that.
I shall make it so.
And this is a pretty nice weapon.
I can get it to spill its secrets. There we are.
Okay, so let me check. We explore this.
As you like.
Okay, I think we have seen all of it. Yeah. And now the most interesting part.
I shall make it.
We place the crystal. We enter the combination we found previously, and we can enter the vault.
Now here's something.
Personally, I prefer to sneak when I disabling traps and so on, because you move slowly
As you like.
and safely. So we have 14 mechanics. Should be enough. But we can still level up if we need. I will wait to level up because probably I will respec before doing so. And we found the Arapo Epic tablet for that quest. Talking with the two ladies. The artifact.
As you like. It shall open to me. It's done.
And we found this thing, which is one of the items, special items that you can use to prolong your positive effects on player. So most people think about these items. First item to use is the Strength of Power amulet, but in reality you can already use this armor if you enchant it with the proper enchantment to do the same exact thing, and you can start doing it from here in Neketaka. So good thing to know, this Cabalist Gamson armor can be enchanted with the Arcane extension. You can do probably as soon as possible, but with this enchantment, swapping this armor, you can extend the duration of positive effects out of combat and start cheating to be able to more easily take your ultimate challenge. And obviously purists don't like this thing because they consider it cheating, while they some of them consider using the class spells to do the same thing, prolong magic effect, not as a cheat.
It shall open to me.
I am for... My opinion is that this kind of cheat obtained using item swapping has been not patched from the game to allow other classes to take the ultimate
As you like.
without being too inferior to classes having the same possibility by class spells. So
I can get it
then
finished.
you can think differently, but in my opinion it's something that the developers did not patch out from the game for this reason. Maybe even they introduced this kind of items for this reason. So they are there from the start for this reason, to make the ultimate accessible also to different classes. And so in our build we will probably use them. For this special build, I think in theory we should be able to do the ultimate even without this kind of cheat, because we have infinite resources, so if played right we should be able to do it. But the real problem is the time you spend to kill enemies without this little help is much longer probably, so you may go out of time for the Iotas challenge. So
Yes,
in my opinion,
indeed.
you have the items, use them. Anything will be accepted with this kind of items for the ultimate. So it is officially something that you can do, because previous runs has been accepted
Yes.
from previous players playing the ultimate. Anyway, I think we have looted everything here. We can go out. You can go up again, but
Certainly.
at this point the faster way is to... we can also avoid sneaking. Faster way is to go out here. Let me check if I have all the loot. I forgot something. No, we have everything, I think. So plenty of super interesting loot here. So if your class is a mage class, you have one of the best grimoires in the game, because it is adding some powerful spells. If you have a monk, you have this super useful shield. Nice also for other classes. We have this great great staff, especially if you are a druid. Can be pretty useful. We have this one, which is good for everybody because it has some nice possible enchantments and so on. But for our build, generally for builds that may want to prolong effects auto combat, we have also this, which is something we will probably enchant as soon as possible to prolong. If you want to do a fight before reaching Azongo, we will use this to prolong some effects. So you can do it before reaching Azongo and getting the Strand of Favor. So let's see how much money and how much time we have. So we need to basically, if we want to be fast and emulate the IOTAS challenge, we have 30 days to reach Azongo. Well, first we talk with the Wana king and queen, prince and queen, and then we must go to Azongo and do this quest. So it depends how we want to do this, but well, let's see what time and what day is it. Day 15, so we have another 15 days to do that, so in theory it should be plenty of time. And we can level up, but I think I will change our specs before leveling up. And it could be also nice to take a buff here, because you get some increase in your resources. But this can also cure your injuries. This is Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. That is one of my preferred games. The real heir of Baldur's Gate series, in my opinion. And I have played this game a lot, so also managed to do the ultimate challenge, and I'm trying to show with this that could be considered a test run to prepare if you want to do the ultimate. We have most of the ultimate equivalent challenges enabled, with the big difference that we don't have the iron mode enabled, so we are able to actually make some mistake without having to restart from the character creation, because obviously something not fun to see, and also something that personally I think it is too
know you told me to
difficult to
cover my
do
eyes,
if you
but
try
I'm
to
not gonna.
stream and talk while you do something, because it requires plenty of attention to not be killed during the ultimate. So this is disabled, and we also disable the wild challenge, because this way you can see the statistics, the numbers, and understand better what happens and why also we do something. And the other difference is that we have not the ultimate quest enabled, and so we show it sort of like a note about what are our time limits to do the needed quests. And then another difference is we don't have... No, I think that's all. We don't have the auto challenge, but the rest of challenges are there, so we can pretty much emulate a test run for the ultimate. I was talking about the bonus you get if you take a buff here. They are nice, but I hope to be able to manage to get one artifact from the one of the level here in Neketaka, and getting that artifact will make us take for sure one of these, how are they called, injuries. So if you want to cure those injuries, we will take a bath after that, probably. So for now I will not do it. What I want to do is maybe respec. Let me check it. Because we may want to respec before trying to do the, for sure, because trying to do the most stealth mission in the game, which is to go to the and to go and get some artifacts. It depends. In theory, we should be able to get some invisibility if we cheat and we use there's a pair of boots. We can make you invisible in theory if you go to the Captain Tenic boat and buy them or steal them. But else, if you have to use pure stealth, normal stealth to get those artifacts from the Barrel Temple in Neketaka, you need very high stealth to be able to do that. So I don't know yet if we will try to do it with standard stealth or wait to get those boots, but you need a way to be very stealthy. So for now we could still keep these high mechanics instead of put everything in stealth, probably. Okay, so I will try and increase my stealth without putting down all the mechanics, but I want to respec.
Please, enjoy the baths.
Oh, I have to talk with the other one.
Welcome, welcome. If there's any way I might make your visit more comfortable, you need a...
Okay. So we respec for 1000 gold. We retrain. And the reason why I want to retrain is mostly that, all in all, I think one of the spells that we used is no more. Oh, there are better spells for that. Basically, this one, Valorous Echoes, is nice, but there are maybe better spell for us at this point. So for now, got Penetrating Visions and more mechanics, Diplomacy, and we can get another. I give priority to Cipher spells for now. This one always good, can save our life. And then mechanics, Diplomacy. This one always good. And this one, okay. This, I already more or less talked about why this spell, so you can look at previous streams, but I will make some comment maybe while using them. But okay, I want to reach the same more or less mechanics and then maybe use some stuff. Then we get this one. This one may seem like something not so useful because you have area spells here you could use, but this is very important at the ultimate level because it's probably the most reliable way for a Cipher to lower enemy resolve, and lowering resolve helps a lot. Using other spells targeting wheel and also lowering enemy deflections, and so it's pretty useful. Also it's giving us steadfast, which is not bad, but the real great thing about this spell is that lowering resolve of enemy can make much easier to land other spells, so pretty important. Also it helps having more deflection for the player, but so a single target spell, but pretty useful. And then I think we can stop here with the mechanics and start increasing our stealth. And we have survival, diplomacy. Okay, that's yeah, point of survival. And then we can start thinking about other spells. So basically we have already this spell from the chanter, which is able to stun in a very reliable way, because also the second path available for this spell is increasing the accuracy of this spell. So this spell will be very reliable for our build also in the future, and we will be able to stun multiple enemies with that. So something that we will use a lot. So for instance, using where it is, this spell, which is also stunning, could be something we can avoid, because yes, it is good to have raw damage, but not essential. We want to control, and the Chanter spell is better for the stun effect. While this one could be useful, done from the Cipher spell, because it's pretty fast to cast, and it is able to paralyze enemy against will, which may be easier to target than the equivalent from the Chanter. Oh, it is also, this is from will. Sorry, it's not this. The reason is why. The reason why is probably this spell needs another slot, and also Chanter spells. We are using the faster Chanter version available, which is the Troubadour, but Chanter spell require more time compared to recharge compared to the Cipher spell. So all in all, I think I will use Mental Binding to paralyze and the Chanter spell to stun. But it depends. We could also try and use this one from the Chanter to try and paralyze enemy. It is just that there are so many good spells, and you have to choose because you don't have enough slots. Anyway, this one. And stealth. Survival, I want to reach 8 points of survival. And then we choose this one because this is a very good damage spell. Always good. We choose this one because for our build this is essential to be able to kill super tough enemies which are very hard to target. With super high defenses you can still damage them with this effect, because this effect, when they hit your summons, they get back 25% of the damage they do. So it's a way to damage enemies faster without doing anything, but putting your summons up. And it's especially great when you have powerful enemies using disengagement attacks. The more they damage your summons and the more they get hit, but this kind of always hitting riposte. So pretty good spell if you have summons that you can control. And then we have more stealth, diplomacy. We could try putting metaphysical. Then we want this one because this spell is great. Frightened and Sickened are super useful. The damage force, abilities, and so on. And then we probably get this one because the body blows model can decrease enemies' fortitude, and this is pretty useful. More stealth. Could want some athletics. And then there's a lot of things you could choose here. For instance, this one for Cipher, we will have to choose this one sooner or later because there are super tough enemies that we can only damage them reliably and fast enough using these melee attacks. But before being effective with that, you must be super fast with your attacks, so we must find Scondial Edge, able to use it to make our attacks super fast, and at the moment we don't really need this power. We prefer to use spells. So same reason for this. It's nice to have. Well, we could use this with some weapons we can get very soon. Also this is good, this is good, this is super good, this one is super good. But all in all, maybe we can choose this one for the chanter because it is giving us even more damage and more raise. No, for now. Okay. And we can put on our preferred armors again. So from now on, in theory, with this we are able to increase the duration of our nice effects. And what could we do? For instance, we have this. We have this protective Eotasian charm we found in Goveci Street, and it's giving us darkest before dawn effect. That is, we must rest before being able to enable it, but when we will have to rest, we could use this if we manage to become near death. We will have this pretty nice healing for about 15 seconds. And if we manage to trigger this thing, we can use these items, swapping, to prolong that effect for a lot of time. So this is the way you can make your build much powerful with this kind of items. But this is just an example. We can do it also with this cuirass, for instance. Basically, you look for powerful enchant effects that have a duration, okay, at least a couple seconds. The more seconds you have from the start, the better. But important thing, it must be something with some second duration. It must be something that it is not always at combat time, and then you can prolong it. So, for instance, with this cuirass, we may want to prolong this. So we choose. We can choose this enchantment. This is nice to have because you get more armor ratings against weapons when we are bloodied. But if you want to prolong things, we choose this one because this way, just critting something, and we can crit Villa. We can So the real thing about the ultimate, you understand how to bend handicaps, how to bend bad things and change them to something you can use to improve yourself. So we can hit Villa. Villa is slowly healing, so you can hit her, you can crit her and trigger this effect, and then you can prolong this effect using the Strand of Favor or similar things like the other curas. So this is another thing that we could do. Maybe not now when we have more money, but you get the idea. There are plenty of these items that you can find, and you can look for possible things that could help you in your quest, because it's a pretty hard quest at the ultimate level. So for now, I think I will go this way. So, trying to loot the Water Shopper Guild before going to the palace. It's not really necessary, but we can do it. And as we are here, maybe it could be useful, because it is always something giving us
Takehu, you
a
have
way
shirked
to get
your
more
master?
money or
I
more
skipped one
You
items
went
we
alone.
can
I asked for
use
payment.
This should be
or
all. My
sell.
patience wears thin.
I say Ngati weeps at her
Ikera.
For what a...
Did you need something? Well, through our wicked. Some of us see water shaping for what Ikera. What I am is to blame, I say. Oh, take me to speak. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Huana. Oh, the only question is, the waters... I am liking you already. A watcher? What does a watcher do? Ikera. I say, my peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like the tide bring. You are not unknown and loud. What will you do when you catch up to this walking? If it our quarters lead on.
Okay, so
A fair warning, Captain. Ngati gifted her. Leave the. I say you.
Oh, I shall.
we recruit him, and then we can loot something here, like
Silence surround. I shall make it so.
this nice robe. So not really needed, but something you can do to get little more loot. Because our next goal here is try to improve our ship speed.
As
So-
you like.
Loot is always
To
something
whispers and shadows.
useful, because we must pay a lot of money to improve our ship. Oh, and before I forget, an important hint is every time you respec and you are using a chanter class, as soon as possible, remember to set up your chants, because they have been deleted when you respec, and you have to put them on again. So in this case it's fast, but if you forget to do this and you are caught in a battle, it is too late, because you will have your chance to walk just once, and then you will not restore your abilities, and you will be dead very soon. So don't do this mistake. Remember, when you respec your character, to update
Yes?
your chance, as it can be very, very risky.
Indeed. Oh, silence surrounds me.
Let's see if we can steal something else. Not much.
Sharp eyes and keen ears. I shall make it so. As you like.
So we do it also for experience, because any new cell you discover at some point of experience, which can be good. And also to get acquainted with these level down
I shall
here.
make it so.
Now it is safe to explore, because situation is normal, but in the future
To
this
whispers
place
and
will be
shadows.
full of enemies. And if you are doing the ultimate challenge, you will not be able to go out of here without killing the most powerful enemy. So
Now here's something. As you
it's
like.
not bad to come here fast, loot things, and get an idea of how this level is. Also some things you can do with the statue, but not really super important. We can
I shall make it
also
so.
loot here. Not bad, a very nice armor at this point.
What have we here? As you like.
I'm safe with you, Captain. I just know it is all.
Sharp eyes and keen ears. I shall make it so.
So basically a little loot and
As you like.
a way to explore this place, so you have a better idea of how things are
I bet my tongue
organized
hurts.
when we
Let's
will
say,
have
friend. It's simply a caretaker. A dust caring for the guild.
to battle
I say
things
it's
in the
Akira.
future.
Not all of us. The guild didn't use.
And this mysterious door.
I shall make it so.
that we don't really how to manage yet. So we just go out after having looted, get some loot and explore the place. But remember, when you get the quest to investigate the place from the Queen, then you will not be able to go out anymore if you're doing the ultimate. You will have to solve that quest in the proper way, which is kill the dragon. You cannot do anything else, because it is one of the targets of the ultimate quest, if you do the ultimate. And then I think we can go to the next part of the city, which will be Southern Crown. So the reason why we come in this house is basically we need an item for a quest that we will get in the future, and it is faster to get this while we are in this district instead of coming back here
Can we slow
get
down
the
and
item.
look at
So
the pretty churches?
it is better to just explore this house, loot this house as soon as possible, and get
Silence surrounds me.
everything, but especially that item,
As
which
you
is
like.
called a conch, if I recall correctly. As usual, we can steal things safely with a little attention. Well, you can always steal things from NPCs without risk, because
It shall open to me. It's done. I shall make it
if
so.
you are caught, nothing happens. What is risky is to steal things from containers, or to try to open chests, but with a little attention, not super difficult.
As you like. I can get it to spill its secrets. Finished.
And another nice thing, not really super important, but could be nice to notice, is when you have a chest and you know that maybe you can find the key somewhere, it is always better to try and open the chest first, because this way you get some experience. So for
I shall
instance,
make it so.
I should find the key here, but if I open the chest before finding the key, I get some more experience while opening the lock. Again, nothing really, something changing in the game, but it can help. especially if the lock is very difficult. But talking about optimizing every single step you do in the game, not really so important. Okay, so let me check if we have the important thing. Here it is. This is the Cornet of Waves, a quest item that we will need in the future.
You must be careful when sparring.
And second step here is probably to go inside this house. Another quest. Some easy loot.
As you like.
At last. Akira, I have waited a second lifetime.
Talk with
There
the
you are.
spirit lady.
And should you not be a dwarf? But I follow Magret. Now, I can see nothing. The sickness. Of course.
I shall make it so.
And we can help. Finding her remains on the next door.
As you like.
And this door is pretty good. 2 points of resolve resistance to resolve affliction and less resolve affliction duration. This helmet is what we will probably use to get resistance to resolve affliction, but it's always good to have a different way to get
Have
that
you found
resistance.
Akira, I hope I have not rotted away. Yes. Take my body to the Temple of Magrin in the sacred stair. Burn my body. You...
And about item to use to increase our good effects, swapping and so on. In previous streams we talked about one of these items that I was not thinking about, which is the dagger, which is able to usually do raw damage, but it has also an enchant you can use to get the frenzy effect. And in the forum, Raven remembered me that there's an even better item that can do the same effect but without the deflection penalty, which is an axe called Emerald that you can buy I think in the Dawn Age. We already been there, so also that item that maybe could be even better if you want to get that effect, and that's good to know. So add it to the list if you want to get frenzy without the bad effect, that X could be a useful thing. So when we get back the damage, we will probably try and buy that if you have the money. Okay, next step here, Lady Epero's estate. So this is where there's this lady, which is a bounty target. So it could be nice to loot the house. We could kill her and do the quest and get some more money and so on. Problem is she's pretty tough for our level, so it can be a little risky, and it can be especially risky if some of the beasts that you have to fight, which are dogs, get some bad effects from the Galloway challenge. They could be vampiric, they could be interrupting, so it's always risky to fight beasts when you have this challenge enabled. So maybe we could wait to try this bounty when we have a higher level. It depends.
Yes.
So not sure. I think I've been down to do this quest at level 10 usually, but it's difficult to decide because you can try to do as soon as possible, you gain sometimes, but at the same time, if you come back when you're a higher level, it will take less time probably to kill them. So it is hard to decide. I think all in all I will come back later. What we can do is maybe try to loot the place and explore it. Not sure it is worth. We will come back. But this kind of decision is not really something that that a defined better path. It depends how you feel.
Hunter
a lot of
or
things.
prey? So, it will be you, then. You do not, as Nungata whale split. Ha! It's been years. Interested. I hear you. I warn you that you assume. Let's. Bena was seen traveling. Ask away, Hunter. You're a busy one when you have a head to turn in. I miss traveling, but.
We got another bounty.
Do you seek companionship? We have many animals on offer. Akira.
And this is a lady which is selling nice pets. And for this and other builds, for instance, this one is good to have because it is giving you 1 point of power levels with fire keyworded damage effects that could be pretty good, and also more damage for area of effect attacks. So nice to buy, but there are similar different paths that you can find with more or less the same effects, so you can also wait. But good to know that here we can find these cats. And this is one of the mysteries of items of the game, because this is giving you some really apparently silly effect, because it is giving you 5% chance to cast Withdraw or Recall Agony when you are near death, which for an ultimate like run, well, getting Withdraw may seem something good, but in this case it is not, because Withdraw could save us from being killed, but problem is when you are withdraw you cannot do anything, and in that time while you are healing and not targetable, enemies could kill Villa, and so not really so useful. Same thing for Recall Agony. Recall Agony is giving you more damage, so not really useful. But you get this thing. This thing would be nice to have, because you can have a random effect here that you could use, but so far this item is one of those things that I have a feeling there must be some way to use it and properly transform in something super useful for the ultimate, but I've not found a way yet. Maybe it is just some kind of joke that the developers have added to the game. But anyway, we are here. We can talk with
Akira, we meet again.
Oops. And we get money and experience for giving her the Arapo Epic.
Don't you ever the queen think?
Hey, you the Watcher? Good. If I delivered message to wrong person, Master would curse me with Archimere's annoying song that never gets out of your head. Archimere, the great master, has returned. Invites you to join him at the estate. Says you know where that is. I won't need to. He'll find Master in his study. Don't be late.
Well, that was faster than I. Thank you again, truly. Oh, well.
And so we get an invitation by Archimere. And at this point, I think we can enter the palace and go on with the main quest.
Hold a moment. The queen meets with trading company. You will find her in her... Whether the queen...
I shall make it so.
And this is a scripted scene. We can just watch what happens.
While I am flattered by the esteemed
You tell us.
you speak as if I could command the top.
I say our guest forgets him.
Brother, stand down. You are the one who mistakes an interesting visitor in difficult times.
Gaza.
You cannot allow me to... This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa.
Uck,
We assembled to discuss the darkening of...
have you not...
Cantanichese.
Diverus?
I have seen things with her that are not even told in the most outlandish of sailors' tales.
And I'm supposed to take two Valians at their word?
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court. Tracking down a god whose... My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watch. Your truth is more terrifying than many of the lies polluting this hall. I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hisongo. Set sail to the west of Neketaka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui?
Only that Hasongo is a Rawatayan outpost.
Ma'am?
Maya's an expert sailor, and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
And shut us out entirely? We have every right to know of any hazards in these waters. Palagino, go with the Watcher. See that the Republics are served in this investigation.
Ah, Your Excellency. Hamed Kong Swalias.
That will be enough parading of champions for now. I'm certain that our guest knows how to assemble a crew. Akira, if you can stand the chattering of unlike minds on your ship, that is your prerogative.
Good thing I'm already accustomed to cramped quarters and temperamental birds.
We both have our orders.
I believe we are finished here. Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. And take care with your trading company spies.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else. Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
So, level up. We talk with
Your
Prince
coming is a favorable omen already.
Aruhihi.
You happen by it. It does not take a priest to see how the gods. How can I? I will not. You did not come this far. Ikera, the city has honest. I and my sister and I, but my sister under a. Take this if you need. An envoy, my god, smuggler. I want someone to. Yours is. They say. See that he joins you in the gullet. He gave me its. Be on your guard.
And we have another quest. And we are ready to level up again. Okay, now let me think about it. So it could be a good time to choose this, which is good to try and heal, especially Villa. We could choose to update this so it has much better accuracy. So it's going to always hit our enemy. We could get this. Be able to summon ogres. When we have some enemy which is not hit by fire from our wounds, for instance. So plenty of possibilities. Also this one is nice because this is giving some strong and steadfast to allies and ourselves that we could prolong with the strength of power, but there are different ways we can get the same things, so probably not so important. I don't know, this is good, this also is good because your summons get a little more powerful, and with a better attack, but it takes one more phrase to summon them, so there are pros and cons. So all in all, I would stay with this or this. So for now, this one. And our cipher could get this, for instance. But all in all, probably it is more useful to get arm spear, because in the future we will be able to use this. Oh, could get this one. It's always hard to choose one of them because a lot of good possible things you can get. This one too. This one. This one. This one is always good with weapons. You get 1 point of penetration. This one too. Hard to choose. Okay, let's get this one.
I promise to be careful.
Okay, how much money? Now, does this NPCs that is giving very
What do you need
nice
of me?
to
Well?
have skill?
I suppose it is. Word of I am the all we had to. That's the long and short of it. Well, you would need to become a shield bearer yourself to
Survival
really
and
learn it all.
athletics
I suppose I can teach
are
you a thing or two
useful,
as we stand here.
but
As you like.
we don't have much money, and we want to spend the money to improve our ship as soon as possible. So I will wait for that.
I can't wait to make some new friends.
Now here's something. To whispers and shadows. I shall make it so. It shall open to me. There we are. As you like. Silence surrounds me.
Barati pays coin to feed the great. He smells one. You are a woman who sits across a fire with death. For glutting mighty Tangaloa, rewarding those who Tangaloa rolls Akira. Tangaloa knew ask, but do not keep the great. Continue the hunt. Return when the kill.
And another
You
bounty for us.
songwriters need a guild if you hope to learn discipline.
Not so. We speak in the tongue of Ngati and Amira. Your pretty dances may upset the puddle.
And I think
command
this
the
room
wind and
has
sky.
some leveled loot, so
I have missed our
maybe
little
it
talks.
could be better to wait to be a higher level before opening this chest. But all in all,
As you like.
Better to get the money. And as we are here, we can visit the rooftop. There's a very nice teacher in this terrace, and also a pet.
I shall make it so.
Prissy and
Hello there. Come to have a word? I don't bite, I promise. Yes? Gladly. I consider it. What else brings... So here I am. But truly. Anyway, enough. Oh, it would be my absolute pleasure.
History and Arcana. Both things are pretty useful, especially Arcana. But for the same reason, we don't buy
I'll be here.
them now. But we know where he is, and when we have more money to spend, probably we'll come back here. No. Then you can, for instance, talk with the queen.
You make a habit of Kahopa, Tangaloa. Nothing to fear. There are many leagues between here and Hasongo. Sail west from there. You have it from a queen.
We can do really much more. We can try to steal something, but
silence
not
surrounds
really
me.
Anything super nice here to steal. So more or less, we go down.
I'm learning a lot.
Oh, we could go here probably.
Yes. Oh, indeed. To whispers and as you like.
we can steal the tigers. Oh, they have loot. I'm curious now. Never tried to steal things from the tigers. And at a certain point there's an NPC adding a quest here and giving you something, I think a cloak, but it is later probably. So for now, basically we can choose to risk doing the bounty here, the Lady Apparel, but honestly I think it's better to do that later. And so Southern Crown. and plenty to do here. And the nice thing about this vendor is
shining god like
she's
that we
selling, if I recall
gathered what we
correctly,
could. Thank you, ma'am.
a pretty nice thing to have, which is this necklace of fireballs, because we already found one, and buying this is a very well worth thing, because now we have two and we can use this trick. When you have two things, basically if you swap one of them, it gets recharged, so you can still use the item without having to sleep, and this is super useful when you do the ultimate, because you have the challenge and you have not much time. And so this is a pretty nice thing to have. And well, as we are here, we can go down, do the quest.
I shall make it so.
Get the cat.
Silence surrounds me.
So we need to put resting Muhai's remains.
It is done. I can feel it. I am certain of it. My essence returns to me. You have greater... When I was yet not... I will not sail again. Perhaps you can make use of it. I will...
And we get a hint. Oh, I will try to steal something from this teacher here, because usually he has a lot of money. Teachers usually have money. Or something like that. But anyway, we got the reward. This hidden place
as you like
is giving us a clock of deflection. We already have one from the Gorechi Street, but we can always sell them. And there's pretty nice loot here. You can always take a look
to whispers and shadows.
If you avoid, if something is not locked, you can always take a look.
I shall make it so.
But don't try to steal while the background is red. But you may judge if something is worth taking. And we have a nice thing here to try and steal, but it may be difficult because plenty of guards around. And so we will try and use our tactics. There are a couple ways we can do it. Trying to use how they are called. For instance, spark crackers, and distract the guards, launching the spark crackers away so they go and look at what happens, and you can manage to steal in time things. Or we can try to use first our super neat trick about the shift click and go back to a safe point. So first we will use the trick and see if it is enough to steal the things, because it is a safe trick. You can always try it if you have some space to move around. So let's try this. So again, you click and you have to have enough time to shift click a second time in a point away from where guards can see you. This way we can manage to steal things without being noticed from far away. So click
as you like.
Fast shift click here. If we manage to open without the red background, we are safe now to steal the things because we are far away and we can do this. So this is a pretty simple way to steal things safely. So if you have a place to move far away from the dungeon, usually you can do it this way without using spark crackers or things like that. And honestly, this is something that I realized after a lot of time. Not easy to think about such a trick, but it works very well.
I shall make it so.
And here we are.
So you defeated this ship-devouring beast
You go
all
in
by
first.
yourself?
I'm telling you, you just have
Temple
to aim
of
for the
Barat
eyes.
quest. So in this place there is also a possible bounty. Usually, what time is it? That should be. But I don't see them now. Anyway, let's visit the temple.
As you like. Sharp eyes and keen ears.
So this is another of those places where you can steal lots of things, but must pay attention.
What have we here? To whispers and shadows.
Not sure. Sometimes things are marked as stealing,
I can get
but
it to
you
spell
don't
its
get
secrets.
a bad reputation from that. But it depends. It is always risky, so I prefer to avoid getting caught if possible. But with our tricks, usually we should be able to steal things without risking much. So click.
It shall open to me.
Shift click. Let's see.
It's done.
We did it. And we do the same thing to loot the thing. We wait to be full hidden. We click.
I shall make it so.
And we shift click back. This way we manage to open, but we are waiting for a safe position before actually stealing things. Now we can. Hello, priest.
Come closer to the altar. I ask only, deity, I tight and recall the before blessed. All right,
Do you even know? I know the way, but... Better. The timing's getting tighter. That's right. I'd bet I need it. You're my best chance. I'll tell you what. He's red. It's Vereth kept him. I don't know. Yes, talk what you've got priests before me. They're well guarded. All right. I will end of it, but first, I've been wasting away. Maybe a flawed mess littered all of this. Under there, the bodies are protected by the dead. Not everyone's born the same. Like when now all.
Okay. So we have our mission to explore the temple. We have received something able to open the temple door. The catacomb door. Which is this Eel's coil. So this is more or less like the Water Shapers Guild. We could wait to enter here when we are ready to do the quest. To do the quest properly, we need to have super high stealth. I mean something like 18 at least, or better 20 stealth. Or we need to have something like the Assassin's Sleepers, I think. Boots from the Captain Tenic ship, and with those you can get some kind of invisibility that may allow to steal what we need from here without problems. But for now we are not ready to do that. So the quest probably we cannot do it at the moment, but it could be nice for the same.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Get some loot a little soon. And maybe also to get some traps that are always useful. So
as you like.
We must find a way to get our things, to open this door and so on. But for now we explore a little, get some loot.
Now here's something. I shall make it so.
Must pay attention because this enemy is very high level. Usually. How much high level? When you do the ultimate, you don't know it because you don't see the usual skulls. We can temporarily enable let's see if we are able to see the enemy difficulty.
What have we here?
As you can see, 3 red skull. They give you an idea of how high level these enemies are when you do the ultimate level challenge, because they are upscaled and they are already high level, but they are upscaled too. So pretty hard to kill, and maybe you could have big problems killing them at this level. So better to simply use stealth. So we are here mostly to get some loot, and then we will come back later.
As you like. I can get it to spill its secrets. There we are. I shall make it so.
And this is the way you may enter a secret passage to the catacombs and then open that door and so on. But we will do that later. So for now, in this level, what we could do is keep on exploring. Probably we have enough, we are high level enough to maybe risk visiting a Ringal realm, doing that little quest.
Supplies! Get your supplies here!
Also get some nice loot here. And this vandal has a pretty nice pet if you have summons, because he's giving 1 arcana, but this effect, giving 2 mites for summons and 1 penetration, is pretty nice, especially the penetration. But it's not cheap, so for now. We can get
Consider friends, certainly.
This could be maybe useful, but never being able to I think there are better useful capes around.
Payment for heads. It could be. Tell me, are you someone transmuting actions into payment? Is the I pay bounty so that if you would the Orlin wanders the wilderness on the island of Crookspur, northwest.
As you like.
And I think that's it. Then we can go to the spire.
To whispers and shadows, I shall make it so.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Merla, that burned. Well, that won't do it all.
And I think she has nothing to steal, like a lot of companions. Okay, so there's a quest starting here where you go to the realm has to fight some not easy battle, but we can do it. But I think I will do it the next time because this stream has been long enough and I have no more voice, and also we don't want to do a stream too long, but probably next time we will try to do this battle. Not something needy for the ultimate, but something we can do. And this build allows to do that also. It's fun. And so we will do it. But for now, thanks for watching and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.